Welcome, 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 welcome back. If you have joined us before, we are in the middle of the App Smash Bash, which is just a series of webinars showing off different ways that you can take one EdTech tool and another EdTech tool and smash them together and make profound pedagogical changes in your classroom. Remember, we're always trying to transform that lesson if we're using tech. And we have been kicking things off since last week. We have had so many amazing webinars. We met with Adobe, ScreenPow, we had Video yesterday. Today we're talking with Epic, and we have got a whole load more. I'll talk more about that later. But I'm just so excited to be here. There are a few guests backstage, and I'm going to pull them up here in a minute. But I want to show you some very important things here. You're going to notice there's now a QR code in the upper will be your left-hand screen and maybe upper corner here. And there's also a short link down the bottom. Both of those things lead you to the same place. It's the registration form for the App Smash Bash. Why that's important? It's important because if you register one time, you're going to get a link to this recording and all of the recordings to all of these. You'll get an invite to the rest of the App Smash Bashes, which you can choose which ones work for you. And you're also going to get access to the resource book. Now, this resource book actually has a page for every single webinar that we're doing. And so again, one link to rule them all. And what's really nice is it also includes a link to the video to rewatch, and it's going to include links to resources. But I want you to notice something here. If you're only viewing this book in read mode, you're not going to actually see all of the awesome stuff in the margins. The margins you can only see from edit mode. So when you register, you're going to have an opportunity to remix this book and get access to the links. You can also take notes and really keep track of your learnings from the entire App Smash Bash. We've also got really great offerings from all of our partners. And so there's a lot of stuff on these pages that you can jump into. Epic has explained a little bit about their company and ways that you can dive in and get involved more with Epic. So please do take a moment. I'm going to leave the QR code up. I'm going to leave the link up here just while we're doing basic introductions because I'm about to bring some of my friends on stage here. But do please, we'll remind you throughout, you do need to register if you want to get the links to the resources. We're not going to be sharing them in the chat. It gets chaotic. Just register. You get one link, and that's all you need. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring a couple of my friends up on here on the stage. Let's see. We've got Cherish, Lydia, and my friend Nicole. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. Let's do a little round of introductions before we dig into this wonderful App Smash. How about that?
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you for having Epic and a couple of our educator ambassadors. Thank you guys as well. My name is Cherish Mims. I am the Educator Relations Manager for Epic. So what that means is basically I am the voice of educators. I come from teaching in a classroom, and so I get to bring my authentic experiences to help increase educator discovery and engagement with Epic's content. So I get to do all the things that I love. I'm super passionate about Epic literacy and very stoked to be here and showcase some of our educator ambassadors.
Love it. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Nicole Kukuru. I'm a veteran third grade teacher from Massachusetts. I'm a fan of Epic, and it's very highly motivating for my students. They're huge fans as well. And I'm a longtime user, book creator, and it's just great to be here together and share some ways that we can integrate this into our classrooms.
Thanks, Nicole. So good to have you here. Very excited. Lydia?
Thank you, David, Cherish. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I'm Lydia Dennison, joining in from India. So I work at an IB school, and of course, I love Epic and Book Creator. So here I am to just showcase what we wonderfully do in our classroom, just sharing all the strategies. So happy to be here with you all.
Well, we are absolutely thrilled to have you here. Just before we got on, we decided who was going to go first. And because Nicole is on lunch break, and Lydia is so kind and generous. It's like almost 9:30 at night for Lydia, but Nicole's on her lunch break. Lydia was like, you go first, you go first. So up first, and without further ado, let's bring Nicole's presentation up. Nicole, the floor is yours.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for being here and welcome. As I was stating, it's two of my favorite apps smashed together. It's a great opportunity to share with you all the amazing things that Epic and Book Creator have to offer. And if you're here, I know that most of you have been using it and integrating it, and you're looking for some new and fun, exciting ways to explore the apps in your classrooms. So I'm going to dive right in to how I've been using Epic and Book Creator. And so here you can see that my students researched atoms in states of matter using a collection that I created for them and assigned for them in Epic. And the beauty of assigning in Epic is you can put together different texts, different formats, audio, video, and books that kids can explore and dive deeper into. And I allow the students to have lots of tasting time. So it's not necessarily that they're reading every single book. They're going in and looking for specific things or looking at what is interesting to them. And then they start to compile their research based on a set essential question or set research questions that we're looking for. And in this case, it was all about atoms and states of matter. The students then were able to design their own atom and build a model of it, as you can see in the picture. One of the ways that I was looking to use Book Creator is looking at content area writing. So we know that building background knowledge is really key for students' understanding and for students' overall literacy knowledge. So one of the ways that they can showcase what they know is to actually do some content area writing. So I looked at the text structure description, taught that strategy to my students. We talked about thinking like scientists, behaving like scientists, and scientists take notes and they compile their notes together into a lab report. And so students were able to use Book Creator and the features in Book Creator to actually create the text structure description and show what they know based on their research from Epic and the model that they built. So this was one exciting project that the students worked on. They were so proud of their work, they were actually able to share it. We're fortunate in our district, starting in 3rd grade, the students attend the parent-teacher conference or family conferences. So students were there and they were able to share their work. They were able to share their lab report, their model, and just it elevated this project and took it to the next level. And if we think about those authentic learning opportunities, this was one example of how I was able to accomplish that and also bring forth student engagement in my classroom.
I love it.
I do too. That's incredible.
Yeah, just another way, thinking like a scientist. And this would work really for any topic in terms of building content area knowledge and having students have multiple opportunities for content writing, as we know how important that is.
Yeah.
But I'm also a lover of fiction. And so are my students. And my students absolutely go crazy for Camp Epic, especially the villains.
Yes.
And they are just absolutely one of their favorites. So again, I can create a collection in Epic of all of the Camp Epic villain series books. And students dive deep into the series and we talk about what makes a good character. How do we build a character? And what makes the villain interesting? And so as they read and explore and they have these opportunities with these amazing texts that show them how an author builds up how a character is feeling, what a character is thinking, what a character is doing. They can explore all of that through this wonderful series. It's very engaging. They're excited about it. And then they get to show what they've learned about character development. And what I had the students do is they actually create in Book Creator their own villain, and they create a character trading card within their book creator template, which allows them to showcase the character that they created, who's the character's enemy, who's the character's sidekick or BFF, what is their favorite scheme, what's their favorite camp activity. And so they can really dive deep into that understanding of character development because it's been modeled for them through this series, and it's a series that they actually love. So these are just some ways that I've had the opportunity to compile a deeper understanding, engagement, and authentic learning for my students.
David,
Hopefully
you're muted.
Hopefully I've inspired you to also dive in deep with Epic and Book Creator and start to utilize these wonderful tools.
There's so many possibilities because one, Epic just has such a big library of stuff that you could read, including originals and non-originals, and fiction and nonfiction, and so many different types of writing. And then Book Creator just being such a blank canvas for students to create. I love the combination of and such great ideas. One thing I realized, Nicole, just before Lydia comes up, one, thank you so much for sharing what you're using and doing in your classroom. Love to hear these things. Two, we had a question. Are we able to share these slides in the resource book so that people can go through and check out your ideas? Okay, great.
Absolutely.
I'll work with you to get
Great.
a copy of those backstage. If you're watching, don't worry. You don't need to feverishly take notes. I will get all of Nicole's slides to you, but you do need to register. So make sure you get a copy of that resource book. I'll put the QR code back.
One point I want to point out before we hop to Lydia is I love how Nicole showcased how Epic can be used cross-curricular. So it does not have to live in your literacy block. She did a great example of showing how scientists can use it in science and how powerful collections can be, giving students the freedom, the curiosity, just that tool to be curious and discover things on their own, but still with teacher support. So thank you so much for showcasing that, because we love Epic and we know that it can be used for math, science, social studies, English, all of the things.
Love that. Yeah, and it's just strengthens the connection, right? If they're free reading sciencey stuff and then doing science, it just makes so much sense.
Yes.
Love it. Oh, that was amazing. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome up Lydia to the stage. It is your show. You get your.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nicole. That was really awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to be sharing what I'm doing in my classroom. And it's really amazing to have this AppSmash where we can just combine Book Creator with Epic. These are my two favorite go-to tools, and my students love it. So here I am, just wanted to share about myself being the educator ambassador for Epic. And thank you, Cherish, for giving me this opportunity. From Epic to Book Creator. So we've been using Epic as well as Book Creator since a long time. And like I said, that my learners just love combining the two and all the resources from the Epic for them to be more creative, and they're using it in the Book Creator. But specifically, we've been looking at the feature of Book Creator interactive journals. That's what I'm going to be speaking about today. So if you can see that, I've just shared my screen. And if you go on the front page of Epic Home, and we just scroll up and we find the Book Creator interactive journal, that icon. So we can just click on it and it directly takes us to the Book Creator. Isn't that wonderful? That was just so good for us to be able to do that because it's just all embedded. So how do we log in? So it's actually very, very simple. So we just need this class code that just comes in when you say add students to the library, and it gives you a class code that your learners need to put in. Once we have the class code, I can actually see all my students, all my learners up on the deck. I can see all their work, and they can see it themselves and just be so proud of everything that they're able to do using both the apps. So how do I use it in my classroom? There are actually so many ways. So we create an assignment or assign something as a learner, as a group. I have a lot of EL learners. It's really a blessing, to have both these apps and to use them together. After we assign and we do the reflection using the book creator reading response journal. So they can jot down all their reflections and notes so easily. And it's so, so nice. And it looks so beautiful. And they have so many options to go and do so many things in that. They can change the cover page, they can change the font, they can have so many choice and voice for their reflections. For their research, for example, I connected it as well to science, to one of our body units, as a reflection about once they had read about the different systems. So they had to do a quick reflection of the nervous system, the circulatory system, and how are they connected. All these layouts are already there in Book Creator. So yes, we can tweak it, but it's already there for us to use, ready to use as well. And we can tweak it as per our needs. Yes, that's a possibility as well. For our reading group reflection, now this is so awesome because I teach in an IB school and students' agency, choice, voice, and ownership is a big thing for us. So we have the option of choosing from the reading choice board. So whenever they can click on any one of them and the whole page opens up. So if I click on the main idea or details, that's going to open. So it's their choice. How do they want to reflect upon the learning that they have just had from Epic? And this choice board on the Book Creator makes it just so meaningful for them to do all their reflections. We also do reading with our buddies. So whoever's using the same book can have their reflections individually. And again, as a teacher, I can see their reflections in just one. So this was one of the favorite book of one of my kids who just recently read Penguins Don't Wear Pink. And then discussing with a friend, she thought that whatever her reflection was and my partner thinks, so they could do it together and come up with that thinking and reflections together. And it's just so nice for us to be able to celebrate collaboration, such collaboration amongst the children using both the apps together. Just some of the features that both the apps share as well. Just as in Epic, we have the Read to Me feature. We also have the similar feature in Book Creator. There's also an icon where we can click and it reads to us whatever we have written. My learners love giving their stars to the book. So it's so creative and we can change the colors. As you can see over there, there's a little icon which has the voice as well. So whatever they are typing, they can just click and it reads everything to them just as it is in Epic. On Epic also, we have our creating our own tool and on Book Creator Journal as well. And both of these, both the tools, both the apps give my learners that agency and choice and voice to do their own reflection their way. So I just love this. My learners love this, both the apps. Thank you so much. Sharing with our family and school community. So as we all know that we can share the Epic learning with the families as a code, and we can share it with them, and we can share the books, whatever deck of books the learners are reading that can be read at home as well. And the same thing for Epic, we can publish it, collaborate with the parents, download a PDF and share it with the families. So everything that the learners are doing, be it in reading in different forms, they're all able to share it with their families. And that is something which is just so amazing. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Great job.
Oh, that was epic. Yeah. Thank you so much. Should
That
I
was
pull
amazing.
your...
I loved how you showcase again reader's choice, giving students the tools for success, and then giving them a platform where they can choose how they want to showcase their learning. So I think that's great, and also the fact that it takes all of the legwork out. These templates are done for you. You can find them directly on your educator dashboard, which will take you into Book Creator, and all of that work is done for you, and your students just get to choose how they want to showcase their learning. So such an amazing tool. Thank you for highlighting both.
Yes.
Thank you for the
And don't
tools.
worry, I will. Yes, absolutely. Nicole, Lydia, excellent work. I know that you both had such little time to present that you probably had to cut out these showing off of so much stuff. I imagine you have just like amazing examples of the students who have completed these books and worked on these books. Obviously, for student privacy, we're not going to share those. But what I wanted to do is actually show off some of that response journal that you were talking about finding. So when you pull it off of your Epic dashboard, or you can pull it out of the resource page here. Um, Lydia, you were saying it's already got what you need, and so I wanted to show off here just in page view the different pages that we've kind of masterfully put together and woven in like original characters from some of the Epic original series. But these are the pages that she was talking about. These are the just ready to go, what we call remixable pages that you can jump into. You can edit any one of these titles. You can pull out or swap out some of the characters from page to page. So you can really build this how you want once you're logged in. So you find it on that Epic Teacher dashboard. It takes you straight to Book Creator, and then you have the option to remix it. Once you remix it, you just select which library you want it to go into, and you make a copy. And from there, you're able to customize it for your students. And that was, I think, was a really important point that was highlighted and shown that maybe you didn't get to see, is all of those slides. They kept that beautiful design and all the structure that we put there for them. But I could tell just from looking at them that Lydia had gone in and made the changes that she needed for her classroom, personalized it for her students, and made it local. And so just wanted to reiterate how easy that is to do, and that it's completely free for you to use.
Yes.
So we have we have about 8 more minutes, and I'm sure folks are just chomping at the bit for any questions. So if you have a question, that's priority number one. If you're watching and you want to ask a question to Nicole, to Lydia, to Cherish, or myself, go ahead and use the comment section and put it in. They're all coming up. We can see your comments coming in live. We would love to hear from you on stage. We're reminding you also too to take a moment and snag that resource kit so that you don't miss out. But I want to hear your questions. And then Lydia or Nicole, do you have any questions for one another, having heard it and having been experts of each other's?
Well, Lydia, I'm so thankful for your presentation, because already like the wheels turning and I'm like, oh, I can use it this way. Oh, I can do this. So I really thank you for inspiring me to continue to use both of these tools. And I just think about the access point for our students and even for ourselves, like time-wise, since things are already built in, it's really cutting down on the amount of teacher prep time, and we're really able to deliver more engagement and spend more time actually with our students reading and writing, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And the students love, as we said, customizing, personalizing it, doing work in collaboration. It's so lovely to look at them taking ownership of their learning.
Yeah, we definitely know that they're going to skip recess and come in and work on something, or they're going to go home and beg for their login because they're making something they understand, right? They've been turning the pages of a book on their grandma's lap since they can remember. So when you say, hey, go make a book, they know exactly what they're doing, and they have thousands of exemplar text to go off of for making that happen. But I want to take a second. Anna Marie said, hey, can you embed your Epic library, so the one the students are going to access, can you put that into your book? And so yes, the answer is yes. All you have to do, and I'm going to turn off this overlay real quick, if you wouldn't help me with that, is if you click the plus button in the upper right hand corner of the edit mode of your book, and you go to media embed, this thing will take like any link that you give to it. So if you put a book creator book link in there, it's going to show up and look like a clickable, openable book creator book. But if you put a link to your students' Epic libraries, it's going to allow that student to click that link and get directly logged in and then go right to it. And so yes, totally. The answer is you can embed your student login right inside the book that you're assigning out to those students, just to keep that click path, really short.
Yeah.
My students too sometimes love, like for Halloween, I did like 15 days of horror, and I had like a haunted house background, and the windows, when you clicked on it from Book Creator, went into Epic to that particular.
That's that's really cool. Like a
So
little
just a,
virtual library.
yeah, another way, instead of just assigning the collection, is just another way to like hook them in and
Mhm.
have them explore.
Love that.
One thing I'd want to mention too, for all of the educators watching, we have these two amazing ambassadors here with us. If this is something that you'd love, or if you just want to join the ambassador community to hear more of all of these great ideas and collaborate with like-minded individuals who are using Epic and Book Creator and all these other amazing apps, feel free to go to getepic.com/ambassadors and see what it's all about. You have so many amazing opportunities for professional development, to learn more about Epic, and just to collaborate with teachers all over the world using Epic. So if you go to getepic.com/ambassadors, you can learn more about our ambassador community and have opportunities like these ladies have had today.
I love that. And excellent community to be involved in. Epic is such an incredible tool to be using in your classroom. And I know I can speak from experience as the community manager on the book creator side that ambassadors are so important to communities like ours, Chairs. We really, really do listen to you. You become the voice of the teacher within the people and the platform, the company that is building this. And so if you're one of those teachers out there that's just using it in the ways like Nicole and Lydia are using it, just really expanding what you can do with it, we want to hear from you. We want to get your ideas and get them into the product so that they can help everyone that's been using it. So have we got some more questions coming up
I
here?
noticed a question in the chat about an observation of any long-term impact on reading habits and storytelling. I can speak that one of the things that I do with my class is I actually meet with them regularly and go over their reading log in Epic. So it's a quick view for me to see what they're reading, how long they're spending on a particular text, or are they not finding something yet that they want to read? They've tasted a lot in Epic, but they haven't found that one thing that's hooking them in yet. And it's really easy for teachers to just go in. You click on your student, and there's their reading log by the week, by the month, and you can meet with students one-on-one and really get a deeper understanding of looking at their reading habits and what they're interested in a very quick, easy way.
Yeah, the little it's one of those teachers called a book bite. I'm looking for a blog post that we have that does actually point to some of that research. But we have more questions coming in.
Also
Right.
about reading habits and the storytelling skills, all the template that are there in book creators are also visible thinking strategies, as we call from the Harvard Zero projects. So they enhance the thinking skills as well as being able to reflect and put all the learning there. And as I shared, that this can be shared with the families. So a lot of reflection, whatever they're doing in the classroom, goes directly to the families, and they can see the growth for themselves as well.
Yeah. How great are those visuals to just be able to pull those up and showcase the learning of the student in a great format on Book Creator. So love it.
Yes, I do love that. Folks, I've got it. I found it. We've got a blog on our website that actually highlights some of the research that Michael Land did for his dissertation, and actually speaks to exactly that question: is Book Creator directly impacting reading and storytelling skills? And the conclusion that Michael came to is yes. And so I'm going to put a copy of this blog post as well. You can find it on our blog. But you know me, I like to get everything in one place. So I'm going to show you actually how easy this is to add a link and resource right to, and then when I click on it, it's just going to open up in another window. So super awesome to be showing you that. I'm done showing you Epic though, because I want to make sure we have time for everyone to get their attendance certificate. So if you are interested in getting a certificate for joining us today, I'm going to leave this QR code up and that short link down there at the bottom. You have to do these live to get it. And so the window is only open a short period of time, folks. If you want the attendance certificate, you got to do it live because we got to know that you are here. But thank you so much for being here. I want to say a special thank you to Cherish for just all the hard work that you did behind the scenes here. All the hard work you did to just hunt down incredibly busy teachers like Lydia and Nicole, and help us bring their stories right up on stage for everyone to see. So thank you so much for that, Cherish. And then Nicole and Lydia, you've taken time out of your day, your precious day or night, to come and join us on this. So I couldn't thank you enough for being here, for choosing to spend some of your time with us, and for choosing to spread your amazing awesomeness as an ambassador throughout the world. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
We appreciate
you.
you guys so much. Thank you.
Yes,
you.
absolutely. All right, folks, that's all we have for you. Hopefully, you're going to join us tomorrow. We're going to be checking out a tool you might have heard of. It's called Brisk. And if you've not used Brisk, you need to check it out. It's an AI tool for your classroom. We're going to be digging in tomorrow with some more community members to have a look at how Brisk in Book Creator can make an impact in your classroom. Super excited to have you there for that. So make sure you are getting registered, and you're also getting those attendance certificates. But until then, my friends, we'll see you later.